What is up, YouTube? It is Iceman, hooking you guys up with a nice cold video, and today I'm bringing you guys a nice little gameplay with me up in the corner. That's right. Now, I'm not playing, as you see, my hands are kind of all over the place because I don't know what to do with them. It's almost like Ricky Bobby, just like, what do I do with my hands? But anyway, moving on, as you guys have been hearing, I'm sure you guys have been reading online like I have, that apparently someone has leaked out that there's going to be 7 new DLC characters coming to Black Ops 3. I was kind of hoping we wouldn't get new characters. I'd rather have DLC skins, like I was in another video. The Predator would be sweet for the Spectre, but, some new characters would be sweet. Maybe we'll even get, like, an ice guy, but let's go ahead and dive on into these awesome descriptions of these characters. And as you guys can see, the first one on the screen says, female. Orphan girl trains as a competitive accuracy shooter and signs up to become one of the military's best snipers. Unknown to science, her ability to use her anger from the death of her parents makes her the best shooter in the world. Okay, her abilities. Bullseye. Okay, I like the name of it. Immense aim assist accuracy increases for a short duration. So she gets hella good aim assist. So basically an aimbot, right? That's what it sounds like to me. The weapon is going to be an anti-aircraft sniper, blows off limbs, slashed, increased aim assist. Now this sounds a little OP. Now this sounds a little bit too close to pay to win to me. It's not my game, and I'm really sure that Treyarch is going to be, if this is legit, they'll find a good way to balance it out, and they'll get it done accordingly and make it fit well, because, everybody thought the Peacekeeper was going to be completely OP when they brought their first DLC weapon in, and it turned out to be amazing, and they did it so well in such a great fashion that I have complete and total faith in Treyarch when doing stuff like this. Now, moving on to the next character. As you guys can see on the screen, it says the character description, it's a male. No prosthetics. Okay, so this guy has no false limbs. It says that decided that warfare technology has gone too far and uses magnetic fields to destroy, disable, and cause havoc with military soldiers and equipment. So he's against everything that's going on. That's cool. That's kind of like how I would be at the time. Like, I don't want these prosthetic limbs, bro. I want to be me. But the abilities right now, it says magnetize, which is a huge magnetic field that causes enemies to lose weapons that they have equipped in hand. Weapons can be picked up within a close proximity of player. Player using magnetize will show up on minimap just like vision pulse. So is that saying that, like, if he uses it, I'll know where he's at and what direction he is, so I'll know if I should go get my gun or not? Like, I don't know about that one, because it kind of leaves you defenseless. And like I said, that sounds a little bit OP for a DLC character, because we want to avoid the whole pay to win scenarios. We definitely don't want to go in that direction at all, and removing someone's weapon can probably piss a lot of people off. I wouldn't use this personally because it just sounds a little tacky, but we'll move on to the weapon one. The weapon is a one-shot railgun with slight charge delay, contains currently 10 bullets, so you get 10 shots with it. Not bad. I mean, like I said, if this character came and it was like a pack, this would be the one I wouldn't use so far. I don't really care for its abilities, although its backstory sounds the best, but, moving on. The next one says, character description, male, so we know it's a male, and as you guys see on the screen, it's Richthofen, and now this is what I can get behind, right? This is totally what I can get behind. The ability is zombified, uses element 115 or 115, however you want to say it, to create a gas formula that explodes and reduces movement speed to nearby enemies, drastically slowing them down. Kind of sounds like fire break, but it could be completely different. It could have a completely different effect on you, but definitely sounds like fire break's ability. But moving on, we've got the weapon, which is the ray gun. Now, this is something I can get behind, because just seeing a ray gun just makes it amazing. 20 bullets, 2 shots to kill, slight splash damage, same fire rate as zombies. I would totally use this. I wouldn't use it every game like I do Ripper, but I could totally use this in game. I could see this being really fun and annoying in Search and Destroy and just pissing people off. And I think it'd also be good in objective modes where, if you've got like a bunch of people huddled together and you're having trouble damaging them all, that splash damage could help, with the next couple shots onto the next guy if he's standing too close to his friend. But, moving on. The next character is a male, and it's a crazy scientist. The ability is get all perks within the game for a short duration, activated by player animation drinking a potion. So it sounds like to me like he went to the Juggernaut fridge that gave him all perks. So its weapon ability is a plasma cannon. Shoots high volatile plasma ammo. 4 to 5 bullets, highly accurate, slight splash damage, one-shot kill. So I'm going to guess it's almost like a, instead of like the hive where you have to hit it on the wall, you shoot it at them and it'll kind of kill them in that fashion where they just, it's awesome in plasma. I can get behind that. I wonder how they make a crazy scientist look in 2065. For some reason, when I think crazy scientist, I picture the guy from Robot Chicken. I don't know why. That's me, though. Moving on, we've got the next one, which is the female expert in chemical warfare. So it sounds like we've got a chick who likes to play with chemicals. Ability, blindness. Causes nearby enemies to get temporary blindness for a short duration caused by a gas cloud. So it's almost like a big giant flash grenade coming out of nowhere. I wonder what the radius would be like. If you're on Combine, is it going to take up the whole map? Because Combine is such a small map. Same with Nuketown. Nuketown, like, whew, you can like vision pulse everybody on that map. But the weapon ability is going to be a Nova gas grenade launcher. Hold down key objectives and create impenetrable gas cloud for a short duration. It's got 4 bullets, and the weapon looks like the China Lake from the Black Ops 1. I like China Lake. It looked pretty cool. With a weird looking gun. It's cool to see them, like, you know, pay homage to their recent games and their past games and stuff like that. You know, I definitely love to see some older guns come back as well as DLC. I'd love to see MP40. I would love to see the MSMC. That'd be great. I'd love to see a couple guns from Black Ops 2. The MP7 should make a return as well. I mean, you've got... I could go on that forever, but, you know, we'll save that for another video. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next character. The next character has a description again, so we're getting back into the descriptions. That's good, because I like the descriptions. It gives me more of a visual sense of what the character is going to look like. But anyway, it says right here, as you can see on screen, it's a male, and it's an experiment gone wrong. This character is the biggest and baddest of them all, and looks almost like Frankenstein. Scary. With huge scars across his head and body. So his abilities are rage, which, you know, if he's biggest and baddest and he's experiment gone wrong, I don't believe him. Like, why would you not rage? I would rage. If I was an experiment gone wrong, I would be mad because it went wrong. But moving on, we're going to go ahead and go over this right now. And it says intense rage causes screen to go black and white and highlights enemy players in thermal vision, and player also receives reduced flinch. So I can see them in thermal and I get reduced flinch. So I have my gun in my hand, and okay, so it's basically, instead of bringing toughness as a perk, they're going to bring in toughness as an ability for a huge Frankenstein looking guy. The weapon ability is going to be a huge shotgun that fires small grenade type pellets, causing a massive explosive radius. Contains only 1 bullet. So it's almost like a long range version of grab spike, a very good objective thing. If everybody's on B, just hop up in the air, boom, shoot your grenade, shotgun, wherever it is. But it's called a grenade because, you know, it's a grenade type pellet. But shoot that down there, hit them with it, explode them all, get down there, cat B, and boom. I can imagine the feeds coming off of this one because you got 1 shot. That'd be cool. I could definitely see a lot of videos being made with something like this. See a lot of awesome clips being made from something like this. So it'll be cool to see something like that come in the game. As you guys can see on the screen, we've got the character description, which is another male character. Water is this character's strong suit, opposite to fire break. So here we go. We got the opposite to the fire break. It wasn't ice, but it's water. So as you guys can see, the ability on the screen says water thrusters. Okay. Allows player to boost at incredible speed for a short duration with his water thrusters. Incredibly useful for getting out of tight situations and also catching enemies off guard. So it's almost like overdrive, but instead of using your feet, you're thrusting around and you have water coming out of your jetpack. Okay, I just hope he doesn't look like a fireman. Imagine that yellow coat running around with this like big old red hat with his little jetpack. You know, none of this is confirmed, guys. This is all, you know, just leaked info from a supposed reliable source. Like I said, he'll be linked down below, the guy who did leak the stuff onto the internet. And you know, definitely give him a check out. And moving on, we're going to go ahead and go over the weapon, which says a high pressurized water cannon with immense range, damage, and accuracy is lost over range and water disperses. So he gets a water hose. He's probably going to look like a fireman. Who doesn't want to play as a fireman? I know when I was a kid I wanted to be a fireman, so here's my opportunity, right? I could be a fireman. But anyway, guys, that's all the characters leaked so far, and like I said, you know, there is a chance that none of these will make it into the game because that's what the person said that these are subject to change, and this is kind of just what they're tossing around idea-wise. Some of these, like Richthofen, I hope he makes it into the game. Personally, I'd love to use a ray gun against fools and search and destroy all day. I'll do it all day, all day. Dominate's gonna be fun with it too. Safeguard would be really fun because people just hold hands in that game mode, but there's no proof behind this. It's all just speculation. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment. Do you guys think these characters can make it in? Do you guys think these characters are OP? Do you think they're underpowered? Do you think they need to make some certain changes? What do you guys think? Do you think they're legitimate? Do you think they're illegitimate? As far as I have to say, of course, just because I'm very skeptical. When I first started reading them, this BS meter was going off, or this BS alert was going off in my head, but I said, you know what, if I'm wrong and they are right and I didn't let you guys know, I'd be an idiot. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know what's going on in the Call of Duty community, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, if you did, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I'm gonna say it again because I want to know what you guys think. That's the best part, is interacting with you guys. As a streamer, that was my favorite part of streaming, and it still is my favorite part of streaming, is interacting and hanging out with you guys and, having a good time, and that's what I want to do here on my YouTube channel as well. So, peace out. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more great content by yours truly.